Welcome back. All right, this should be my final news video before I head home. It's been an absolutely fantastic vacation for people who are following along with the videos Yvonne and I have been doing at the end of the day about our time at DCA and Disneyland. Thank you guys so much. We very likely will be doing a video tonight, I would think, after we're done. Yvonne, are we doing one tonight?
I think so.
All right, so she's optimistic. We'll see how we feel once it's all done, but we're trying to, get in the last, rides and the last things that we can do before we go home. But anyways, we do have some news to discuss today. It is starting to pick up. Obviously, Austin Matthews has been named as the new captain of the Toronto Maple Leafs. That has come to pass, so kudos to him for that. Speculation now about where that leaves Tavares in terms of his future with the organization beyond the season and all that. And so, Ryan Getzlaf has been added to the Department of Player Safety. I've seen some negative sentiment towards that, but you know what? I think it should be fine. Yes, it's a former Anaheim Duck. No, I did not get a heads up about him joining Department of Player Safety. I don't know if they knew that he was going to be joining the Department of Player Safety, but at any rate, Getzlaf, who had a very long established and distinguished career, he gets a chance to join the Department of Player Safety. And any change to that department, any new voice in that room, I think can only be a good thing. So we'll see how that affects things this year in terms of fines, suspensions, and the like. The Rangers, their announcer Sam Rosen, who you may know from Ranger broadcasts for the last forever, he has announced that this will be his final season upcoming. And that's what happens. The years advance. Time is undefeated. Rosen's been an absolutely fantastic announcer. I hope he really enjoys his retirement. He has been one of the best play-by-play announcers in the NHL for quite some time. But Valtteri Filppula, 40 years of age, still playing hockey, is going to play for Jokerit this upcoming season. So kudos to Filppula for that. All the best to him in his endeavors with the Finnish team. And there's some professional tryouts out there. Apparently, Jacob Vrana signing a tryout with the Capitals. And we're going to hear a lot of players getting tryouts, I would think, over the next couple of weeks. A professional tryout means you do not have a contract with the team. You are coming into camp. You are looking for an opportunity to get a contract with the team. If you play well in training camp, you may very well get that. There are also times where a player has a good camp, may not get signed by the team that invited him to camp, but he signs somewhere else. So for Vrana, this is an opportunity. And there's also the opportunity, too, that maybe he doesn't make the Caps. Maybe they don't sign him, but he signs with Hershey and then has the opportunity to sign with the Caps later in the season. Also, Logan Brown is apparently getting a tryout with the Tampa Bay Lightning. Logan Brown, a forward who has had his good moments, has had his rough moments as well at the NHL level, so I wish him all the best. For Tampa Bay, of course, this would be a little bit more depth up front in the event that they do sign Logan Brown. We'll see if that takes place or not. Of course, he was a former first-round draft pick, so we know that the talent is there from his perspective. The Leafs are working through the whole Hakanpaa injury. Brad Treliving was asked about it, and basically wouldn't say anything about the signing because there was discussions that the Leafs were signing him at $1.5 million for 2 years, but his knee being done, which is what Dallas decided, that's part of the reason he ended up an unrestricted free agent rather than staying in Dallas. This apparently has complicated things about him signing with the Toronto Maple Leafs. So we'll see what happens with Hakanpaa. At this point in time, he's not signed. Treliving not committing to when, if he's going to get signed by Toronto. But at this point in time, it just really is kind of up in the air. So there you go. A little bit of news of the day for all you fine people on the internet. I hope you've had a fantastic summer because we are getting closer and closer to the regular season. We're about a little over a month away from NHL games being played, which I can review and talk about. There'll be preseason games, but still, there's always entertaining things to talk about for the preseason. So I'm looking forward to that. But thank you guys so much for all your support as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe in the event you've not done so already. It should be a very entertaining rest of the offseason. We still do not know if the Oilers are going to match the contract signed by either Holloway or Broberg with the St. Louis Blues. Of course, they have the full week, so I'll be home. We can talk about that when they do or don't sign those players. And that definitely means I need to hold off on those parts of the season preview since I'm starting with the Pacific Division I will then talk about the Central, the Metro, the Atlantic, or the Atlantic and the Metro. We'll see. But I plan to do 2 per day. 2 per day, which means 16 days until they're all done. And at that point, we'll be really close to the preseason / training camp. And so it should be fun. So let me know your thoughts. Hit like and subscribe if you haven't already done so. Thank you guys so much for all your support as always. I will talk to you again soon.